Hey and happy Sunday, welcome to a new video. Today we take a look at the higher time frame perspective as it's Sunday and we are getting ready for a new week. So I picked two markets. Today we first take a look at the US dollar Canadian. This is the weekly chart. You can see that we have been in this uptrend for a few years, and then recently we made this top and have been moving lower since. Now we found some bottom here. And when we draw a level, we can see that there has been some support and resistance around here, and price has been moving towards the moving average again. Let's go down to the 1-day chart, and you can also see this nice trend structure. We have been in this downtrend. Then a few weeks ago we had this very nice bullish trade that we took together, and now we have been moving above the moving average on the daily time frame and been trending higher here. But as you can see, there is a very interesting level right here where we just arrived last week. So you can see here price previously found some supply, and we are now at this very same stage again. So we can go to the 4-hour which is my executional time frame, and then we will see the very nice trend structure. So here was the first bullish trend wave. We can draw this with an arrow. So we can see here was the first bullish trend wave. Then we had a short reversal and some consolidation in types of a flag pattern, or how you call it. And now just last week we broke above this trend line and moved into this supply, which is very nice, which you can see here. And now this is what often happens around those levels. So the people who sold prematurely, they now see themselves getting squeezed as price is moving back into the level. And I warned about this. So my ideal scenario would be a move higher. We could even see a Fibonacci retracement and extension pattern playing out when we take a look at what is happening right now. So you can see we had this A to B move, and then we had this C retracement to 61.8, and we found support after and have moved higher. So we are just ahead of the 138, which would fall into the highs here. The 161 is where I'm looking at, it would fall right into this very strong supply, and it would make for a very nice reversal area. However, if we are not seeing enough buyers push price higher, I'm probably expecting a shorter bullish trend and bullish wave, maybe just shy of the 138 before we then reverse. So that's two very interesting setups that I'm looking on the US dollar Canadian for the upcoming week. Another one I want to highlight is the Euro British Pound. So you can see that's the weekly chart. We have been moving higher, and now recently we found a market top. And just last week we broke the weekly 20 moving average, which is always a very important sign that something is changing in the trend structure. We can also see here has been historically some support and resistance. Here we increased volatility as well. And now we just broke the level, but it becomes even more interesting on the daily chart. So it is very obvious what we can see here, and we grab our head and shoulders tool, and just let me grab it and change the color so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see here we had this uptrend. The left shoulder, the head, and now the right shoulder here just broke last week. There's also, if we draw it more precisely, something, the neckline, we could see somewhere around here. Support and resistance as well. And now price is coming back up. So this will be very interesting to see if we get a retest here, either of the green area or of the moving average, or even of the highs, because a lot of people are already short this pair, which is I think a bit premature, because what always happens if you have those obvious patterns is that premature traders get squeezed on their short trade. So here would be probably a very interesting cluster where people entered or now have their stop loss orders. So we could expect to see a squeeze into this area, potentially even a bit higher. And then I would be looking for a short trade. If we take the RSI into consideration, we can see that this is not a long reversal, which many people talk to me about. We don't have a divergence here. The RSI is going lower, price is going lower. And overall, keep in mind, we would be looking for a long reversal after a downtrend, which has not happened yet. So overall, this is a range market at a potential market top, and it's too early to call a reversal to the long side. The most likely scenario would probably be a push higher and then a move lower. But what often happens also is that we see the head get taken out and then potential low moves lower. So that's two things I'm watching this week, the Euro British Pound and the US Dollar Canadian. I will have my price alerts here around the levels that I pointed out, and then I will take it as price moves along during the week. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below, and I will also share a link in the description to my complete Sunday analysis.